Right guys, so welcome to part 2 of this video tutorial on how to create a very cool background. And if you haven't seen part 1 and you've got here by accident and you don't know what you're doing and what you're seeing here, you're seeing a very cool effect that I did very recently, well, now 40 minutes ago. So yep, go to see part 1. That's what it's gonna look like in the end. And go there now. If you've come from the other side, welcome back. And let's get on with this video tutorial. Hope you enjoy. We're going to change our glow to a warm red. I don't want it to be red exactly, but a warm red. And as you can see, that's giving me that. And I'm going to increase the hardness of that, the size, and keep the spread on that. And we're going to go on to our inner glow. Now inner glow is going to be a hard light glow as well, but obviously I'm going to change these about when I figure out what I'm doing. So we're going to go for a warm orange, press OK. We want, oh, that's obviously a bit too big. Actually that's pretty fine. Now, on the blending options, I'm probably going to reduce the fill opacity just a bit, because I want to make this look a bit. Look how it looks. Okay. For the last thing we want to do at the moment, before we retouch it a bit more, is we're going to go to a new layer. We're going to create a small marquee about here. Select a paintbrush. We've got a round paintbrush, but we're going to go into our brush menu, go to scattering, tip shape, hardness all the way up, spacing as big as you can get it, I think. Size will reduce down to something very small. We'll keep everything on that one the same, and we'll count quite a few in that. So whack that up to then. We'll try it, and so we can see that's too much for what I want at the moment. So we're just going to take our count down. Try again. Okay, we'll try that one. So now that we've done that on new layer, and we're going to call this dust. We're going to press Ctrl T to free transform. Right click to go to warp. Center of the image. Drag it out until the end part. Press enter, and we have a dust cloud. Now that's quite a heavy looking dust cloud, if that makes sense. So I'm going to reduce opacities a bit, and I'm going to rub out some of it. So just rubbing a bit out, just make that look a bit more streamlined. More streamlined there, and we've got a dust cloud. Looks like showers, sparks, and obviously you can do that again. So we just made that through a white paintbrush. Okay, I think we're going to group this now. So we're going to create a group. Name that Fireball. Click into all of those. Put those in. Close it up, and we have a new kind of thing. So we can move that now. and I'm going to move it just under my text, and that's already looking pretty cool. I'm going to leave the blending modes up here the same. Okay, so down here we're going to create a new layer on my texture layer, and we're going to name this paint, and above it we're going to name this, I'm going to create another layer, and we're going to name that colors. Right, on our colors layer, what we want to do is we're going to get the gradient tool, go to a radial gradient, and we're going to choose some colors down here. So for the first color I want to choose is an orange. Press X to swap those, and my second color is going to be a yellow. Now on this colors layer we're just going to click and drag out, and that looks fairly naff, but have no fear, it's going to go all right. Okay, we're going to press Alt and click between colors and paint, and it's going to clip it to that paint selection. Now with this paint selection we're going to use a blending mode of soft light. Next up we want to take a white paintbrush, so press D. Okay, that should work, but it's not. So it's going to go back to our paints, and we're going to take our white paintbrush. So the aim of the game now is to create something that looks fun and yeah, fun and awesome. So we're going to go to a replace brushes thing, and I've got my brushes in here, and I'm going to go to Danger Close brushes, which you can download off the internet. Can't remember where I got these from, but I had these a long time ago, and thought they looked quite good, so I downloaded them. And we're going to paint, and can you see that it paints? So I got these off the internet, and you can see that I can paint in our picture, and it shows through the colour. So I'm just going to do that a couple of times, and I'll probably delete that part. Get 100% and just start painting stuff in. So this one's got a couple of energy stuff over here. If we want, we can if we keep this part open here, brush tip shape, we can just we can keep rotating the angle of our brush, and we can keep going through this until we get something we like. And I'm just going to keep painting, because you probably, guys, this would be a 2-part video, unfortunately. My screen recorder's just decided to stop recording because it got fed up a little. So you can download these off the internet. They're very good. I love people that put stuff up on the internet for me to download and use. Change this style of that. Put one over there. And I'm looking for some grunge brushes at the moment. So anyone out there that knows where I can find some grunge looking brushes, that would be sweet. And I've had enough of this brush set, getting a bit bored of it, so I'm going to change to another brush set called energy brushes, and you can find all of these on the internet. I didn't make any of these, and we're going to just paint in anything we like. Just keep painting. You know, what's quite nice is that yours is most definitely going to be looking different to mine, as everyone else's will look different to you. You know, you're not going to get the same result like you get on most of these tutorials, because quite frankly this part of the process makes everything that little bit different. So let's replace brushes one more time. I'm going to go to some splattered brushes. These are great if you want to find bullet holes, make bullet holes and something. Yeah, they really work well. The bullet holes, not bullet holes. Damn, I meant blood splatters. But we're going to say these are paint. because we're nice like that. We don't like death and destruction, and we don't play video games. Well, you may not, I do. Which is anyway, off topic. So we've got this the look here, and if we go back to our original, we can see that it's different again. On our one, we've got a red thing, and it's more bright. Our shower's different. Everything's different, and that's good. I like that. So as touch-ups, this is pretty much done now. But final touch-ups, you can go back to your fireball layer, and your fire trail will be quite hard-edged. That makes sense. So we're going to go back to our basic brushes. Okay. Pick whatever you like. It doesn't really matter. I'm not fussed. We're going to take a black brush, and we're going to just get hardness down a bit. And we're going to undo a bit of that. So you can see our fire trail is more streamlined now. And dust could probably get a small reduction. But that, for all intents and purposes, is great. If we close this, we can also move our dust. So we could have it through the center. I personally don't like that so much because it makes it a bit difficult to read. If you would like to know the font, I was using StarCraft font from defont.com. Very good font, love it. Very good website as well. Kudos to people that keep that running, keep submitting fonts to it. So I think I'm going to keep that on top for this one. And I suppose you could just put it in the center. See if this works. Put another one there. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. Right. So we've got a nice one. We're going to touch this up a bit. So if we're going to press Control, Shift, Alt, and E, or Control, Command, Options, Shift, and E if you're on a Mac, I believe. And with this one, we're going to add a curves color and balance layer. So we're going to go to layer, new adjustments layer, and we're going to do a brightness contrast layer. Okay. Let's bump up the contrast a bit. And you can see we can whack up the brightness, dull it down. I'm attracted to bright colors, if that doesn't sound too weird, so I'm going to keep make that quite bright and keep my contrast quite high, and that looks good to me. Okay, so next up we're going to press Command Shift Alt E again, and this is going to be our final layer. I'm going to go to Filter, Lens Correction, Custom Amount. We're going to set to minus 60 and lighten it to about 60. I like those values. They seem to work for me most of the time. So before, after, and the comparison. Now if you want to know how to get to this look here, I can quickly show you. On our text layer, we're going to go to the bevel and emboss, and that's what's great about having smart layers and everything. On our texture, on our color overlay, even we have it set to overlay. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video tutorial. I hope you liked it. Hope you you created something cool yourself. Oh, that'd be cool. If you could send me a image of what you created, maybe a link in the comments section or private message, something like that. I'd be really interested to see what you create. I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. If you got any tips for me, do any brushes I should check out, grunge brushes, anything like that, I'd be in love with you. unless you're a guy, then it'd be kind of a bromance kind of thing. Yeah. So, like the video, please rate the video, comment, subscribe. I can bring you more stuff like this. I'm getting better at these, I think, in the sense that more calm, and I don't like to be too serious about stuff. So if you don't like that, if you want me to be stern and everything, then it might not be the best for you. Yeah, come and subscribe, rate. Thanks for watching. I hope to see what you guys create.